again from Alexandru Vlahuță High School. Today my classmates and I have continued working on the project called ECOPS, making use of the competence cards our teachers showed us on the site. We have created projects that the groups will be presenting us today.
And well, this is our project. Firstly, you have to identify what is fake news. False or misleading information presented as news. The term has been applied broadly to any type of false information. Has the aim of damaging the reputation of a person, entity, or making money through advertising revenue. How do we recognize something as a fake news? First, we consider the source to understand its mission and purpose. Second, read beyond the headlines to understand the whole story. Third, check the authors to see if they are real and credible. Fourth, assess the supporting sources to ensure they support the claims. Fifth, check the date of publication to see if the story is relevant or up to date. Sixth, ask if it is a joke to determine if it is meant to be satire. Seventh, review your own biases to see if they are affecting your judgment. Eighth, ask experts to get confirmation from independent people with knowledge.
So basically, every fake news has its aspects. So the specific aspects are the clickbait, of course, manipulation, media bias, misinformation, satire, propaganda, and misleading headings. And a very good example of fake news is, I think, the common grave in Timișoara. In 1989, a lot of Romanians died fighting for the freedom, fighting with the communist government. In Timișoara died like 100 people. But the journalists in that period took a lot of dead bodies from the morgue, and they dig the grave and they put them down in the grave, and took a lot of photos. And newspapers, a lot of newspapers published news like the communist government killed thousands of people, and in reality they killed like hundreds of people. And there is very misleading information about our history and about our nation.
Alright, thank you for being patient and supportive to our project.
Okay, so our project is about fake news, and first of all, we would like to help you better understand the fake news phenomenon, a worldwide network of misinformation. First of all, I would like to introduce you with the definition of fake news. Fake news is basically news or stories on the internet that are not true. They may be in form of disinformation, false information that's created and shared to deliberately cause harm, or misinformation generally used to refer to misleading information created or disseminated without a deliberate intent to cause harm. We must learn what fake news is, with so many sources of information worldwide. It has become difficult to make sense of what content is based on fact and what is basically a poor lie. And to better understand this concept, I would like to introduce you types of fake news. So first of all, we have clickbait, stories that are deliberately fabricated to get more website visitors and increase advertising revenue for websites. Clickbait stories with sensationalist headlines to get attention and drive click-throughs to the publisher website, normally at the expense of truth accuracy. We have there an example. Supermodels apply these 3 simple tricks to look young. Click to know what they are. It's basically a lie, and you just press and gain their money. Secondly, I would like to present you propaganda, stories that are created to deliberately engage audiences, promote a VA point of view or particular political cause or agenda. These are more fragile, I would say, because it's something political and it's more fine to understand as ordinary people. Okay, and last of all, we have VA news. Many people are drawn to news or stories that confirm their own beliefs or cases, and fake news can create on their basis. Social media news feeds tend to display news and articles that they think they will like based on our personalized searches. And lastly, misleading headings, stories that are not completely false, can be distorted with misleading or sensationalist headlines. These types of news can spread quickly on social media sites, where only headlines and small snippets of the full article are displayed on audience news feeds. These are lies above controversy, subjects that aren't commonly disputed. Okay, how to spot false information? First of all, when sharing the story, judge hard. Second, check the sources. Third, check the dates. And fourth, take a closer look. And without your proper mind, judge, and that's the project.
In our project, we have taken into account the fake news regarding wars, especially wars that cause national and international distress. Here we have spoken about the war in Ukraine, which has a lot of fake news circulating about it, like Zelensky has committed suicide in a bunker in Kiev, and whether or not the war is real. And here we have put some information and images about an interesting and strange story from the communist period in Romania regarding a laser that was created to put Russians in retreat from attacking Romania. So we can start about Ukraine.
A news narrator and his guest commented on images that seem to be taken on the war fronts in Ukraine. According to this discussion on the television set where these images were shown, there was also a general. A famous cop later presented those same images and confirmed that although they seemed so real, they were actually battle scenes from a video game. Turns out the video in which a fighter jet is attacked by an anti-aircraft and hit by the missiles and flashing signals was just part of the game called Balance CIWS, which was quickly recognized by its player.
And here we have an image of the war scene. It seems pretty real for those who don't play video games.
And one can wonder how can we spot the fake news.
Check the source. Watch out for fake photos. Checking the story is also on other news channels. Look for other signs. Identify the author. Read the article carefully. Assess spelling, grammar, and punctuation. If it has lots of exclamation marks, it's probably unreliable. And check the comments.
Thank you.
Hello, this is our project on fake news. We picked some information about this phenomenon. For example, we were interested to find out how does fake news spread, and we know that the creators of fake news and fake news sites check verified news sources. They use facts from these verified news outlets, and they are equipped with misinformation to confuse the reader. When confronted by both the fake news and the verified news, people tend to discount both the misinformation and the facts. That's the power of fake news. And we talked about this phenomenon. And also showed here some steps on fighting the fake news.
We find 6 steps. 1. Think before you share. Read the entire piece before you decide whether or not to share. Verify unlikely story. Check out some of the tools listed below. Install BS detector, a browser extension that identifies stories from sites that produce clickbait, fake news, and other suspect stories. Help debunk fake news. Rethink your news yet. Expand your information network to include diverse perspectives from quality source. And evaluate your news using IM. And
we gave some examples of fake news, such as Brad Pitt, or DNA test confirms Postman has over 1,300 children, and we talked about the way fake news has changed nowadays, because artificial intelligence is able to create very realistic pictures with real people, and this can be really disturbing because it creates panic and confusion.
Hello, here we made a project about fake news and how to spot it. For support, we found an article about life on the moon named The Moon Hoax.
The Great Moon Hoax refers to a series of 6 articles that were published in the New York Sun beginning on August 25, 1835, regarding the supposed discovery of life and living civilization on the moon by beavers and winged people.
So, how to spot it? First, check the author and the source. Very often the author or the source may be bad. For example, the source in which our article was published had a bad record.
Then check the content. In the article is it written that the creatures, biped beavers and people, were seen by Lord Rosse's telescope.
Check the images. They may be clearly false. For example, we found these 2 images.
Here we have winged people and unicorns and biped beavers. And then check other sources.
In fact, life is impossible on the moon because there is no atmosphere, liquid water, and
gravity. The moon cannot support that because it does not have any atmosphere and is not geologically active. Additionally, the low gravity of the moon would make it difficult to hold onto any molecules present.
This was our project. Thank you.
Hi everyone, we have our project on fake news based on artificial intelligence. First of all, we have to understand what is artificial intelligence. AI, short for artificial intelligence, is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machines, especially computer systems, specific applications of AI, including expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. AI can be good or bad depending on how you put it. First of all, artificial intelligence can be used to create deep fakes, auditive pictures and videos that make people say and do things they never did. Programs like this are often called deep fakes, AI systems, that adopt audio, pictures and videos to make people say and do things they never did. These technologies will launch an era of fake news and online misinformation. In 2017, Harry Ferret, a computer scientist of Dartmouth College, US, detected videos and said rapid proliferation of new manipulation techniques has had to an arms race. Just imagine what elections will be like when we're no longer able to trust videos and audios. Here we have some AI-generated photos of fake news. For example, here we have the Pope from Rome wearing a Moncler coat and a big cross around his neck. Here we have Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of UK, dancing in a crowd and the crowd applauding him. And here we have people not wearing any astronaut suits on the moon. These things aren't ethically and logically possible, some of them. Next we have a way to do your own news. There are different sites. Here is this one called Break Your Own News, quite suggestive. You can add your headline, your ticker, image size, and you can choose your own file. For example, we made an abortion situation. The people are protesting. Romania made abortion illegal yesterday, and we chose a representative picture. We also have some suggestive drawings, like truth propaganda, the person not knowing what to pick, some dice, the first one saying F and A, and the other ones rolling, and you not knowing what to pick, fake or fact. And the biggest drawing are two hands playing like a puppet master, the person with the fake news. And this was our project. Thank you for your time.